Okay, fam. I see that the camera is freezing up real bad, so let's see if I can do something about that real quick. We'll go here, and we'll see what happens if I change it to this. Seems to be moving a little better. I don't know why I'm having these troubles tonight, but it's okay. It's really not about looking at me. I got lots of fun video hooked up in the queue. I'm drinking hot chocolate with a mix of Ether Tech Industries Fancy Ogre Wee. Welcome, fam. Bah motherfucking humbug from all the Antifas to all the patriots. We are here wrecking Christmas. This is an official war on Christmas going down over here. Pause that over there. Really kind of bums me out that frames are moving so slowly. But it is what it is, fam. I'm Reverend Air. This is Punks for Progress. And as the title says, this is a Christmas what the fuck. It's a Marxist Christmas, Pee-wee. Because I got stuff about all of that queued up to play for you. We're going to hang out for about 3 hours, play some Christmas-esque music, play some punk rock Christmas videos, punk rock Christmas records, various videos about fucked up versions of Christmas history, cartoons and weirdness and all kinds of other fun shenanigans. Yeah, welcome, fam. I guess without any further whatever, we could get over here. Let's see. What did I have? Well, since we started out with a story about Krampus, I figure, why don't we get a little sort of look at the history of Krampus, right? So come over here. And what I have queued up is Krampus, Exploring the Legend of the Christmas Demon. It's from the channel Mythology and Fiction Explained. And I want, whoops. This isn't where I wanted to be. I want to turn down the Christmas fire music. We can save that. But, like I said, this is Krampus, Exploring the Legend of the Christmas Demon. It's from the channel Mythology and Fiction Explained. And it's 15 minutes, so I think what I'm going to do, fam, don't tell them, but I'm going to play it at 1.25 speed. Okay. I think I might be peaking on levels here, too, so let's bring that down a little bit. Check, check, check. Yeah, that's way, check, check, check. Okay. All right, so with no further whatever, this is Krampus, Exploring the Legend of the Christmas Demon.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and with his parents and siblings fast asleep in their beds, little Timmy decided to sneak downstairs and open his presents early. He was filled with excitement as he began to open everything. But when he finally got to his own present, Timmy was left looking down at a cold, hard lump of coal. The room went cold, and he could hear the rattling of chains behind him. This year there would be no visit from Santa. For those who misbehave will only be greeted by the shadow of Saint Nicholas, the demon of Christmas, Krampus. To many of us, Christmas means a time of joy, togetherness, and family. But if we're being honest, as kids, it also meant no school and a bunch of presents. There are those, however, unfortunate enough to experience the dark side of Christmas. Those who never got their visit from Santa. Misbehave and you'll be on Santa's naughty list. But what if that list was more than just misbehaving children? What if that list was intended for someone else? There's nothing like tales of a demon who drowns, eats, and drags children off to hell to really get you into the Christmas mood. Jokes aside, Krampus is one of my personal favorites, and it's also a video that I've always wanted to come back to and improve upon. Stories of Krampus have appeared throughout Central Europe as far back as pre-Christian Alpine tradition. This area covers a host of countries from Austria, Germany, and Switzerland to parts of France, northern Italy, the Czech Republic, and Slovenia. Modern tales depict him as the not-so-friendly companion of Saint Nicholas or Santa Claus, who punishes the poorly behaved while Saint Nicholas rewards those who have been good. However, it may not have always been that way. When discussing Krampus, there are two distinct periods of time that give us entirely different stories. The initial period of pagan tradition, and then the period after of Christian tradition. We honestly don't know much about his earliest origin because most pagan traditions were either forgotten or absorbed into Christian traditions. The most common belief is that Krampus may have originated from a horn deity, and we know this extends further than just pagan beliefs because horn gods have existed in multiple cultures across the world. There is a similarity between Krampus and the ancient Greek satyr, both being quite rowdy and mischievous, but one is clearly more evil than the other. In Old High German, the word Krampen meant claw, which could refer to a clawed monster, but just like everything else surrounding his origins, it's all pretty ambiguous. The closest connection we can draw between Krampus' pre- and post-Christian Alpine traditions are pagan festivals that took place during the winter, similar to Yule or winter solstice. During these festivals, men would dress up in masks and animal furs and parade around villages being a nuisance, which is something they still do today, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So far, there's not been much to suggest that Krampus ever had anything to do with Christmas or Santa Claus, other than appearing at a similar time in the year. In both Austria and Germany, it wasn't uncommon for individuals to wear a devilish mask and make a nuisance of themselves during holidays which honoured Christian saints. This wasn't done as a tradition honouring Krampus, more so a pushback against the church, which had been phasing out these pagan beliefs and traditions. You can, however, make the argument that this would be the start of what we would see in the years that followed. If we go even further back, the closest thing we have to an origin for Krampus comes from a figure known in Austria as Perchta. She was mentioned very briefly by the Brothers Grimm, and the best way I can describe her is as a combination of Santa Claus and Krampus. Rather than having the concept of good and evil shown by two separate entities, Perchta represented both the reward and the punishment. Around midwinter, during what we would refer to as the 12 Days of Christmas or the Feast of the Epiphany, she would visit the homes of children. If they were good, then they would find a silver coin in one of their shoes the next morning. Sounds a lot like St. Nicholas, right? No, because if they were bad, she would slit open their bellies, remove their stomach and guts, and fill the cavity with straw and pebbles before sewing it shut again. This also extended to anyone who ate anything other than meat, fish, or gruel during the day of her festival. To symbolize this duality, she appeared as a beautiful woman dressed in white, and other times as a withered old hag. Accompanying her were a group of spirits known as the Perchten, who just like Perchta also appeared in two different forms. The beautiful Perchten, who brought with them good fortune, and the ugly Perchten, who had fangs, tusks, and horsetails, not too different from Krampus himself. The ugly Perchten were used to ward off spirits and demons in one's home, similar to Halloween but in December. This led to men dressing up as these ugly Perchten and going from house to house driving out evil spirits, in what was known as the Perchtenlauf, or the Perchten Run. The church then seen these celebrations as a demonstration of immoral behaviour, trying to stop these runs from taking place. But many Austrian villages just refused to comply, whilst others chose to dress someone up as St. Nicholas to accompany them on these runs as somewhat of a compromise. Around the 11th century, stories of St. Nicholas began to gain popularity, and this continued until the 16th century, where the form of Krampus that we know today really began to manifest. The church, still locked in a battle with the Austrian people over the Perchten, decided to just outright ban the Perchtenlauf. Not willing to give up entirely, the people then created a new creature, similar to the Perchten in appearance but with a few key changes. This creature would now serve St. Nicholas, and would be known as Krampus, a hairy, horned and hooved demonic figure, with sharp fangs, long claws and an even longer tongue. At this point in time, he wasn't considered the only one of his kind. The Krampus referred to a race of monsters that appeared during the Yule period. During this period, Christians would celebrate St. Nicholas. December 6 was known as St. Nicholas Day. Much like modern-day Christmas, St. Nicholas would deliver presents to those who had been good. Those who were not so good would get either a lump of coal or a twig. To the church, the idea of these Krampus figures was still a symbol of heathenism, and so they decided to assimilate this belief into their own existing winter ceremonies. Krampus was then paired with St. Nicholas. One symbolized good, and the other evil. He would then become associated with the idea of the Christian devil. He was given chains to symbolize the binding of the devil by the church. He now carried around birch sticks that he would use to beat misbehaving children with. On his back, he had a basket or a sack that he would throw those naughty children in when dragging them off to hell. If you were extremely poorly behaved, you may even be drowned or eaten. The night before St. Nicholas Day now became Krampusnacht, meaning Krampus night. December 5th was the day this demon was allowed to roam the streets and villages. It was no longer St. Nicholas giving you a twig or a lump of coal. He was only concerned with the good children. The punishment of the rest fell to Krampus. It was fairly common for the church to integrate ideas and traditions from other cultures into their own when attempting to convert those from a different faith. And it does make sense. Just turning up on someone's doorstep and telling them to stop believing in what they do because they go into hell normally elicits a negative reaction. Instead, showing them that there is a common ground in your beliefs is much more effective. In this case, it was more so the Austrian people who adapted their beliefs into something more palatable to the church. And so the story of St. Nicholas and Krampus is a good example of how a heathen belief was integrated, despite the major differences. The tradition of St. Nicholas Day went through quite a major shift as a result of this, going from St. Nicholas leaving you a twig if you were poorly behaved to being dragged off to hell by this giant demon goat monster. But if you were lucky, maybe you'd just be eaten or drowned in a lake. Quite the tonal shift. By the 16th century, stories of St. Nicholas began to be replaced. He now became Santa Claus, deriving from his Dutch name Sinterklaas, or Father Christmas if you live in the UK. Stories of Krampus remain largely the same, and December 5th was still considered a Krampus night in many countries. With Christmas being celebrated on the 25th, it's only natural to then want to move Krampus night to Christmas Eve for those outside of the Alpine region, and that's why you may see this in various stories and movies, despite these celebrations and festivals taking place in early December. These celebrations can vary depending on the region. They often involve wearing a wooden mask, dressing up in fur, and attempting to look as terrifying as possible. In some towns it's more humorous, and in others it's slightly more scary, but it's all mostly done in good fun. The most popular of these traditions is the Krampuslauf, or the Krampus Run, which is essentially the same as the Perchtenlauf. Groups of people dress up as Krampus wearing large bells so they can be heard as they roam the streets in packs accompanied by a St. Nicholas. What exactly they do depends on how they're feeling. Some just scare children and passers-by, some throw snow at them, and others whip them around the back of the leg. Then you have those who visit houses giving presents, and in exchange they're given schnapps and brandy. So it's pretty much just adult trick-or-treating, and it's also a pretty good excuse to walk around being a massive douche for a day. In parts of Austria, twigs would be painted gold and left around the house all year round as a reminder for children to behave. In the 1800s, Krampus could be found on greeting cards, postcards, and on the wrappers of candy. These depictions were rather odd and often quite distasteful. They feature Krampus as a more devilish figure with a sexual undertone, and this stems from those in large cities never really seeing these traditions. All they had to go by was the word of the church, who equated Krampus to the devil. In terms of his story, these images do make sense, but it's not hard to imagine why some wouldn't find them suitable. It's also why over the years they've gone from frightening to more comical, in order to appeal to a larger audience. What's nice to see is that these festivals and Krampus runs still take place today, and not just in towns and cities within Austria and Germany, but all around the world, even popping up in parts of North America. There's no doubt that stories of Krampus and those predating him have a dark tone to them, but to say that he's just evil doesn't really tell the whole story. Before they were Christianized, the Perchtens served as protective spirits, and Krampus only really came to as St. Nicholas's companion as a way to keep these traditions alive. Even then, he merely punishes those who were deemed as deserving. He doesn't commit acts of evil against the innocent, and therefore he can be seen as representing a necessary evil. For many, this whole spectacle was and still is a time of fun and expression. Even today, families take their children to these events and festivals. To them, Krampus is more of a Disney villain than a terrifying demonic story. To me, Krampus and St. Nicholas represent our very own nature. We can be good and we can be evil. But in order for society to function, you need incentive for the good and you need consequence for the bad, even if that is in the form of a hairy demonic goat monster. If just like me you can't get enough of Krampus, then why not check out our original story, Krampus Night? And if you're lucky, episode 2 of Dark World may even be out before the end of the year. But I wouldn't hold your breath. Unless you're being drowned by Krampus, because in that case you probably want to hold it as long as you can. As always, I've been your host, Mythology and Fiction Explained, wishing you all a very merry Krampus night.
What was that, fam? And then now check it out. So what I have queued up, I'll let a little bit of his credits play because I think that was cool and informative and it was fun. But I also have a music video queued up. And it's by Erzmelta. It's called Once Upon a Star. Check it out, fam. Hell yeah, fam. That was Erzmelta. Once Upon a Star, or just Upon a Star is what it's called. I see that my stuff is still sort of... I'm going to try one more thing to get these frames moving a little faster. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Because I also have this record ready to go. It's called Happy Birthday, Baby Jesus. And The Second Coming, because it's actually volume 2. This is a comp by Sympathy from the Record Industry. And if you notice, it's a 10-inch vinyl. It features the Phenobarbitals, Manor Astro Man, Elvez, The Mono Men, Dead Moon, Le Chicken, Super Suckers, The Bomboras, The Muffs, Fireworks, Go Nuts, and Satan's Cheerleaders. And I'm going to play probably just about the whole damn thing, fam. And look at that. It's on candy white vinyl with green and red inserts and whatever. But we'll just go ahead and play like 3 songs from the beginning. Let me go ahead and get it started here. And then I'm going to see if I can do something about the frames on this video. Is that on the right speed? I think I have it on the right speed. Looks a little better, right, fam? And by the way, SoCal Shannon, shenanigans are your fault. Your name is in the word, Shan. You just got to deal with it. Sorry, love you. Person, welcome back. And I'm glad that you gave up that bullshit stream and came over here. Ours has way more like purposeful nonsense, not dishonest nonsense. By the way, this is the Phenobarbidols, and it's Oh Holy Night parts 1 and 2. Also, welcome back as always, Happy Slave. I see you've been waiting since the trailer came out earlier. But I just wanted to say welcome to y'all real quick. I'm going to put this video going over here so you have something to look at while we listen to a couple more Christmas songs from Happy Birthday, Baby Jesus. That was Phenobarbidols. Up next is Man or Astro Man doing Frosty the Snowman.
I behaved very well. I have been obedient and have studied very much. For that reason, please try to bring me these toys. A toy automobile, a submarine, a football, a bat, roller skates, a scooter, a cannon, a rocket, a bicycle, an atomic laboratory, a machine gun.
Man or Astro Man. Up next is Elvez with Feliz Navinada. Elvez. Yeah. That's how Elvez does it. Just like that. Feliz Navidad by Elvez. Hey fam, I have other videos picked out. What's up next? Oh, it's a visit from Marx. Hold on. Yeah, this is a visit from Marx. It's kind of short. But then it's also followed by But Christmas by Fear. But I hope you're all enjoying this. It looks like I got some of the video frame stuff figured out. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Ow! I'm burning MAGA. I'm burning MAGA hats and stuff. Y'all have to have seen this thing floating around, right? Anyway, that is the link that that you dropped in the work Slack there, Shan, SoCal Shan. So thank SoCal Shannon for putting a fireplace in my wall. I can't stop looking at it. It looks really neat. But yes, I have hot cocoa. I'm almost done with this one. I'm drinking EtherTech Industries Fine Ogre Wee with my hot cocoa. I'm pretty close to needing another one. So I'm going to play this here, A Visit from Marx, followed by Fear with Fuck Christmas. And then I think we'll play a second Krampus horror story. Okay, so with no further whatever and tinsel and stuff with fires burning in my wall and whatever, let's take a look at A Visit from Marx. It's from Batco, is the name of the YouTube channel where I got it. We gotta turn the fire down. We can't have the fire blazing while we play Batco's video, A Visit from Marx. So, here we go.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Mark's would never be there. The bourgeois were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of money danced in their heads. The workers were working all through the night, realizing at last no one cared for their plight. Then, out of the factory, there arose such a clatter. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw open the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a lustre of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes did appear but an army of workers, and their purpose was clear. They aimed to destroy the last oligarchs, and I knew that their leader must be St. Mark's. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Min, now Guevara, now Trotsky and Lenin, on Mao, on Luxembourg, on Tito and Stalin, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they met with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop, the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of hell, and St. Mark's was there too. Up on the rooftop, he pulled on his reins. On the workers, you've got nothing to lose but your chains. The time of the capitalist has come to an end. The moment had come for the proletariat to ascend. Above me I heard the sound of artillery fire. I finally understood just how the situation was dire. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Mark's came in with a bound. His eyes, how they twinkled, they filled me with dread. His cheeks were like roses, his suit was all red. The beard on his chin was as white as the snow, but his mustache was dark, as black as a crow. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, seizing all property, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger on the trigger of his gun, giving a nod to his comrades. And I knew I was done. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "A revolution for all, and to all a good night."
you go.
And we have a Christmas song for you now. We like to play this as a Christmas song. And just, you know, and everything. People don't think that we're sentimental or anything, but don't despair just because it's Christmas. Children there are so gay at Christmas. All the children on the street hope they get something good to eat. But for me, it's not so great. Fuck Christmas! 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 Fuck Christmas!
There you go. The audio was hella low on that, wasn't it, fam? Sorry about that. What can I do? So, I have the second story from the video that you heard, the very opening of the stream, which told the story about the Nazis and the story of Krampus. It's from a video from Horrorcraft, which is a channel that I just discovered today. So I don't know anything about whether they're legit or they're on board with leftist politics or whatever, just saying. But this video is called 3 Krampus Horror Stories to Blacken Your Christmas, Krampus Sightings, and Other Stories. So, this is the second of those 3 Krampus stories. Thanks to Horrorcraft YouTube channel.
It's always too much Santa Claus if you ask me. But we've just begun with this first story, so let us on to our second of the night. Up next is Jake Wick's memorable tale, A Krampus Carol. If there was anyone to be found on Santa's naughty list, it was surely Cindy's older sister, Maddie. Cindy was 8, and Maddie was 3 years more, and had never said a nice thing to Cindy in her life. Or so it seemed. Cindy's my favorite, Cindy's so pretty, Cindy's this, Cindy's that. These were the words from Maddie's mother that rang in Maddie's head through every day of the year, but especially around Christmas time, when Cindy was talking sweetly of gift-giving and decorating and loving her family and friends. Cindy was sweet, but it was authentic. All she really wanted was to be loved by Maddie, the same way she herself loved Maddie. Since Cindy was a baby, Maddie hadn't liked her. Some of Cindy's earliest memories revolved around the constant sideways looks she would receive from Maddie. The passive aggression, the endless competitions for Mom's affection. Cindy was always the one to receive it, but on certain days, she would ask her mother to pay Maddie some attention too. "Oh, your sister's fine," her mother would say. "Your sister gets plenty of attention." And after saying this, her mother would usually give Maddie a half-hearted pat on the head, and then go right back to giving Cindy all the affection a child would ever need. It left a hollow place in Cindy, and when she tried to give Maddie the love she so desperately needed, Maddie would shun Cindy as if Cindy were a leper. Now this year, Maddie had been extra bitter. Perhaps it was the additional attention Cindy garnered for her performance in the school's Christmas play, or maybe it was the way Mom constantly bragged about Cindy's acting. "She's the next Meryl Streep, I'm telling you," Cindy's mother would brag. But whatever the reason, Maddie took every chance she saw to torment her younger sister. Cindy woke up one morning with gum in her hair. Another day, she found that her underwear was soaked in honey. Her favorite dolls would go missing. The TV in her room, which Maddie wasn't allowed to have, was constantly unplugged. Yet Cindy's desire for her sister's acceptance continued through the month of December. She continued to be kind. She persisted in giving Maddie compliments, even when her mother did not. The gift at the top of Maddie's Christmas list was a brand new makeup kit. Cindy made sure that she would be the one to give it to her Christmas morning. Despite all this, Cindy had felt her wear and tear from all Maddie's torments throughout the month. And it all came to a breaking point on Christmas Eve. The family sat at the Christmas Eve dinner table and ate ham and mashed potatoes and Christmas cookies. Cindy's mother had been bragging shamelessly all night long about Cindy's acting. There had been no mention of Maddie, not at any point. Maddie was stewing, and Cindy could see it. At one point, through all the bragging and praising and gloating, Maggie finally chimed in. "I don't think Cindy's acting is that good," she said matter-of-factly. It was as though a bomb had gone off in the room. Everyone looked at Maddie like they were unsure they'd heard correctly. It was like blasphemy. "What kind of thing is that to say?" asked Mother. Maddie shrugged. "I don't know," Maddie said. "I just think you're exaggerating a bit. I mean, she's decent." All of the memories of Maddie's torments began to broil and fester in Cindy's mind. And now here was Maddie disparaging Cindy at the dinner table, in front of the entire family, in front of all the aunts and uncles and cousins and friends. "At least I'm good at something," Cindy blurted. And just like that, Maddie retracted into a pit of shame, Cindy's words ringing true and humiliating. Mother only added fuel to the fire by shrugging at Maddie in a matter-of-fact manner. "Your sister's got a point," said Mother. Cindy felt horrible as she watched Maddie sulk and trudge off toward the bathroom like a beaten dog. Cindy hated the power she held in her hands. That night, everyone hunkered down in their beds and waited for Santa to leave his gifts below the tree. But Cindy had trouble sleeping. It was midnight now. Cindy rarely found herself awake at this hour, but she knew why. Cindy removed her covers and hopped out of bed and tiptoed across the room. She was careful not to wake anyone. She opened her closet door and grabbed Maddie's wrapped gift. She tiptoed down the dark hallway and dragged her fingers along the wall so as not to stumble around in the dark. "I'll give Maddie her gift and tell her I'm sorry and tell her I love her," Cindy thought to herself. "That's what I'll do, and she'll be happy and she'll forgive me, and maybe she'll even say she loves me too." When Cindy arrived outside Maddie's door, she heard strange shuffling noises coming from inside. Perhaps Maddie was preparing another prank for Cindy. No matter. Cindy was going to walk in and give Maddie her present and try and make amends. Cindy opened the door just a crack. She was careful not to startle Maddie. It was so dark inside the room that she couldn't see a thing, but she could hear a great deal of shuffling inside the room as before. Cindy stared into the room for quite some time, patiently waiting for her eyes to adjust to the gloom. When her eyes adjusted, she saw an empty bed. She saw Maddie's wide-open window. She saw a 7-foot figure standing in the shadows. She saw the rounded cage upon its back, and then she saw Maddie sitting in the cage like a frightened bird. As Cindy's terrified eyes further adjusted to the dark, she saw the figure more clearly. It had a goat's head with large horns on top. Its eyes were red and impish and hostile. It wore a suit much like Santa Claus, and even jingling sleigh bells hung from a few ends of the garment. Cindy stood frozen with fear as the creature glanced at her and gave her a nod and a wink. The creature made its way toward the window. As it did, the last Cindy saw of her sister was a look of fear and sadness and regret. And then the creature left as Cindy stood there with the present in her hands. Down the chimney he will come with his great big grin, and you'll find that even the kiddies are very liable to sin. What will Krampus say when he finds everybody sinning? What will Krampus say when he hears them sin, sin, sinning? I think it is is safe to say, friends, that of all Krampus's evils, he does have a penchant for taking children. Perhaps Krampus is not alive, but the ghost of someone, something, or perhaps somebody. Perhaps he is the ghost of a certain Jeffrey. I shan't say the name, but I do believe, friends, on a serious note, that there are real living Krampuses in this life. In fact, I'll hazard a guess that Krampus is rather the fanciful imagining of someone who saw real-life Krampuses and gave them a more fanciful cast in the story. Whatever you believe, let us on to our next Krampus story. Up next, friends, is a chilling...
No, up next is not a chilling. I mean, it could be. We'll probably get to their third story. Hey, MR Red, welcome. This is the dumbest fucking Christmas special you are ever going to experience in your life, comrade. And I'm really stoked you're here to experience it. That was a Krampus story. This is Hot Chocolate with EtherTech Industries fancy Ogre Wee. I'm burning MAGA over here, keeping me warm. I've got my Oh Governor outfit on. Later on, I'm probably going to shovel coal down chimneys or clean chimneys or some shit. I don't know. But I have a fucking cool video queued up. I'm going to play records before I play this video that I have queued up. But it's from The Atlantic. There's a slim chance it'll get us dinged for copyright. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't, because this is the first time I played anything from The Atlantic. But I checked this video out. It's like 6 minutes, and it's called Santa is a Psychedelic Mushroom. Yeah, we're going to watch that. And it's a cool as fuck video. But before we get to that, I want to play 3 more songs off of Happy Birthday, Baby Jesus, The Second Coming, from Sympathy for the Record Industry Records. In this block, we're going to play The Mono Men doing Christmases for Sinners, Dead Moon doing Christmas Rush, and Les Chicken, spelled Chickun, Christmas is time for Les Chicken. So, first up, The Mono Men, Christmas is for Sinners.
Wow.
the Mono Men. That's the dude who runs Estrus Records, in case you want to know. But that was the Mono Men with Christmas Time is for Sinners. And what was next? Oh yeah, Dead Moon doing Christmas Rush. Here you go, fam.
Come in right after we do the bum bum ba da da. You come right in right instantly. Then I do it bum bum ba da da. We do it and we get the gun. And then I do what? We're gonna go. Bum, bum, you start right at the beginning.
Hunter! Welcome, comrade.
Christmas rush. Ain't got time to done. I gotta buy some stuff from a low on bucks. I got the Christmas rush. Gotta cut a tree. Clean the chimney. Gotta hang some socks. Shovel the walks and decorate the tree. And every Christmas is the same routine. Last minute to do everything. Family's coming and I'm unprepared. Come Christmas morning, I just don't care.
I got the Christmas rush. I got a ticket at the club. I got kids to grab and clothes to wax. I got the Christmas rush. I got thoughts to write. Life's Christmas life. Steaks and pies and chilled wine. Ain't got much time. Every Christmas is the same routine. Last minute to do everything. The family's coming and I'm unprepared. My Christmas morning, I just don't care.
Got the Christmas rush. You got the Christmas rush. Because it's 50 of us, we're starting up. We got the Christmas rush. We got resolutions. We got new solutions. We won't smoke or drink and tell you what we think. We got resolutions. Every Christmas is the same routine. Last minute to do everything. Never coming in, I'm unprepared. This morning I just don't care.
There you go. That was Dead Moon, the Christmas Rush. And the last song we hear before the next video is Lace Chicken with Christmas Time. It's time for Lace Chicken.
This holiday season, the laid chicken plant is busting the cognac and cooling by the fireplace with the main man, exchanging expensive gifts and getting down and all that tasty treats. So with that thought in mind, we'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Peace out.
There you go. That's Lay's chicken. No one ever said Lay's chicken was really good, but definitely Christmas time is for Lay's chicken. So what I have up, fam, we're going to learn some stuff and whatnot. No, really, we're going to learn stuff. Hold on. You can't hear how... Gotta hear the crackling fire first. And I should say, welcome, Hunter, comrade. I am so stoked that you're here. I'm having hot chocolate with my Ethertech Industries fancy Ogre Wee mixed in. We usually have janky Halloween specials. What this is the stupidest fucking Christmas special you're ever gonna watch, comrade. I am so happy you're here. But I wasn't kidding when I had a video up about us learning stuff and whatnot, but it's called Santa is a Psychedelic Mushroom. Welcome, fam. Much love to ya. And here we go with that.
So, it's the holidays. And I'm thinking about mushrooms. Psychedelic mushrooms. The Amanita muscaria, to be exact. Most commonly associated with fairies, gnomes, Alice in Wonderland, and Mario. So what does this magical mushroom have to do with Christmas?
It's surprising that it's taken so long for the popular imagination to encompass who Santa Claus is.
That's Carl Ruck, a scholar known for his work on the influential role hallucinogenic plants have played in mythology and religion. And he believes this mushroom may be one of the reasons we have flying reindeer and an all-knowing man who flies around the globe every winter. Maybe there's another story worth telling this season. One about a psychedelic mushroom-eating shaman from the Arctic.
At least part of the Santa Claus image comes from Lapland.
And that's Lawrence Millman, writer and mycologist. He says the indigenous people of Lapland, known as the Sami, allegedly performed healing rituals led by shamans who used the hallucinogenic mushroom, the Amanita muscaria. So imagine it's winter, we're near the North Pole, and a shaman is coming to your house.
Long ago, the Sami people believed that the shaman who ate an Amanita muscaria ended up looking like an Amanita muscaria. And he came on a reindeer-drawn sled.
So he had reindeer, and he's looking like a
big, fat person with red splotches at the dead of winter.
And instead of entering through the snow-blocked doorway, the shaman would drop down the chimney.
What they brought were not physical gifts, but usually healing and problem-solving, which would be a kind of gift. And they were rewarded with lots of food.
Offerings of food? Kind of like milk and cookies? Delicious.
And reindeer have a great love for mushrooms, and especially the males like Amanita muscaria. And one of the effects, I don't know if you've had Amanita muscaria, have you?
No, I haven't.
Not that I'm recommending it, mind you. One of the effects makes you feel like you're flying. And one can imagine that that's how reindeer feel as well.
So if we're imagining ourselves in the tent right now, there's a fire going, the shaman is in front of us, and the shaman
would eat the mushroom, go into a trance. Although they would be sitting there beating the drum in the tent, they would be saying, and I'm going down to the underworld and I'm getting advice from so-and-so.
So they would get advice from another realm and bring it back to the people, and
that would be the gift, as it were, of Santa Claus, i.e. the person who took the mushroom and ended up looking like the mushroom. This all becomes a kind of melange. You can't really interpret it with scientific objectiveness.
I should mention, the Amanita muscaria is a highly toxic mushroom. But the urine from reindeer or someone who has consumed it is still highly psychoactive, but without all the toxins. In Siberia, people actually used to drink their shaman's urine to get the effects of the mushroom.
The shaman would eat the muscaria, then he'd urinate, and then his followers would get the urine and drink it. And then they would urinate, and their reindeer would follow them around, wanting to drink their urine.
So I'm not suggesting we start drinking Santa's urine. But what we've got here is a shaman from Lapland, which is near the North Pole, who rides a reindeer-drawn sled, enters people's houses through their chimney, eats red and white mushrooms, goes on a trip, and brings back gifts. And the reindeer love this same mushroom, which gives the sensation of flying. Maybe it's time we recognize that our all-knowing Santa, who travels the globe defying space and time, is actually a shaman. Lawrence, how much do you love Christmas?
I hate Christmas.
Well, what if we embraced this more shamanistic side of Santa? What would that look like?
What I would take away from it, the shaman comes as a healer or to give advice. We should think in terms of regarding Christmas not as a capitalistic holiday, but a time when one should think more spiritually about life, about one's ills, be they psychological or physical.
And you, Carl?
I mean, I think if you don't know the richness of our folkloric tradition, you are missing a large part of the opportunity you have to know who we are as a culture. And we should know what's going on with Santa Claus. It makes it more fun.
Maybe this Christmas we can make room for one more story. One about mushrooms, shamans, and ancient rituals. Maybe we should be asking Santa for something different this year. Something more in the tradition of his shaman forefathers. Like time for reflection and looking inward.
This is the Amanita muscaria. Like the nose on Rudolph.
Directed and produced by Matthew Salton. There you go. Santa is a psychedelic mushroom, fam. You know what I got queued up next? You don't, but you're going to love it. It's Fuck Christmas by Eric Idle. And you're damn right I wish to proceed.
Fuck Christmas. It's a waste of fucking time. Fuck Santa. He's just out to get your dime. Fuck holly and fuck ivy and fuck all that mistletoe. White-bearded big fat bastards ringing bells wherever you go. And bloated men in shopping malls all going ho, ho, ho. It's fucking Christmas time again. Fuck Christmas. It's a fucking Disney show. Fuck reindeer. And all that fucking snow. Fuck carols and fuck Rudolph and his stupid fucking nose. Fucking sleigh bells tinkling everywhere you fucking goes. Fuck stockings and fuck shopping, it just drives us all insane. Go tell the elves to fuck themselves, it's Christmas time again. You sentimental bastards.
Vi glider ungefär
Oh no, what's going on?
70
Stop playing
meter.
things. There we go. Yeah, fam. Bet you didn't think I'd play that, or at least you weren't expecting it, but you're stoked I did. You know you're stoked I did, because that was fucking... Like, that is Christmas tradition, is Eric Idle doing Fuck Christmas. Am I right? Could you even hear what I'm saying, or did I have it too close to that speaker over there? Like, this, here, Ether Tech Industries Fancy Ogre Wee, which is actually just some whiskey from 7-Eleven, is so good with dollar store hot chocolate, fam. And I'm having so much fun playing these stupid ass fucking videos. But I have more picked out for this hour. There's okay, I'll just tell you, I got all 3 parts of Mad TV's Rudolph parody, which is based on like Godfather and Apocalypse Now and shit, but it's Rudolph, and it's all like that stop motion fucking anyway. So that's for this hour, and then of course the third hour, Pee Wee Herman's Christmas special. Because I'm a fucking dork, and this is the stupidest fucking Christmas special you're ever gonna watch in your life. But I'm gonna play some more off of this. That's why I keep pushing this here cover around. Oh. No. Okay. Happy birthday, baby Jesus. And what we got queued up on this side, we're gonna be playing side 2 now. So it's the Super Suckers, we'll call it Christmas Time, the Bomboras doing Little Drummer Boy, and the Muffs doing Nothing for Me. So here we go, fam. This is the Super Suckers with We'll Call It Christmas. Sorry, we'll call it Christmas Time. Excellent. I would eat baby Jesus while agreeing with that critical thought critique. I eat baby Jesus in honor of your comment, and welcome, comrade. Stoked you're here. Yeah, that was the Mono Men doing We'll Call It Christmas Time. And this is the Bomboras about to do Little Drummer Boy. Critical Thought Critique is a witch. We're going to have to burn Critical Thought Critique. Question, and I'm going to need you to figure out how to prove this in a live chat, comrade. How well do you float? Because there's a good chance we're going to fucking burn you for that last shit you said there, right there, about... Anyway, fucking Jesus baby eating... I can't keep up if I eat babies or if I hate that eating babies. But either way, you spelt that weird, and it makes me feel a certain kind of way, so I need to know if you can float. Otherwise, we're burning witches. That's the Bomboras doing Slayer's version of The Little Drummer Boy. And then up next is The Muffs with Nothing for Me. I'm going to come back over here real quick because it looked like the frames were freezing up again. I think I want to try and see what I can do to clear this up, fam. Let's try that. How's that going to work? I think that's going to help us out for a minute. Okay. Why is that not playing? Oh, no. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Here's the fire. It's burning. There we go. All right. So, official welcome to you, comrade. I'm assuming that that is you, Price Nash, of the world famous Punks for Progress Indiana and the Critical Thought Critique. What I have queued up next is fucking classic Christmas fucking shenanigans, and yes, the kind that Shannon's name comes from, even though she will tell you that the word shenanigans has nothing to do with her. It's not true, because she's actually in the fucking word. Okay. What I have up next is the 3-part trilogy from Mad TV and their parody of motherfucking Rudolph and shit. So, I guess with no further whatever and whatever, we'll switch on over to here. Children's Family Network presents...
Hey, what's so freaking important you interrupted my scungili? What? You don't know the story of Rudolph? Well, pull up an an ice block, and I'll tell you everything. Well, not everything.
7-Eleven has the best ogre pee.
As far back as he could remember, Rudolph wanted to be one of Santa's maid reindeer. Like his friends, Jimmy the Antler and Frankie 2 times. There was only one problem.
Hey, Frankie, look! It's a raid! The cops are here!
You'll never be in Santa's gang. Never be in Santa's gang. Hey, what's that? Look here.
Get him!
Here.
Get him!
Here.
I guess I'm just a misfit. Hey, who the are you?
I'm Hermie the Drill. Santa kicked me out because I wouldn't give him his tribute. Someday, I'm gonna take over Santa's whole operation.
Hey, I'm with you, Paisan, and I know just the guy to call. Yukon Cornelione.
We'll get even. We'll get even. We'll make Santa pay. We'll make calls. We'll break balls. So we'll get our cut someday. Yeah.
What's the matter for you? I said, hold on. I'm out.
Ho, ho, ho! Donner and Blitzen just hijacked a shipment of pure snow. We'll make 2 million easy. Who the f*** are you? Who the f*** am I? I'm Yukon Cornelione, the greatest hitman of all. And I've got a special present for you. Compliments of one disgruntled elf and red-nosed reindeer. Were you talking to me? You talking to me? Hey, I should get one of these from my workshop.
Next, our friends went to Santa's toy room with a special delivery.
Hey, look who it is. Mr. Freaking Fireplug. Mr. Freaking Fireplug.
Does my nose amuse you? Is it funny? Like a clown? Does it make you laugh?
No, great nose.
Okay, I'm the capo now. Hermie's my lieutenant, and Abominable here's my enforcer. Capiche? Now let's eat.
So remember, kids, the moral of this story is keep your mouth shut.
Have a Merry freaking Christmas, and you'll hear what we have said. Don't you squeal or rat us out, or you will look at.
There we go, part 2.
Freaking Christmas, and you'll hear what we have said. Don't you
That.
squeal or rat us out, or you will look at.
It's telling me it detected copyrighted audio. So if this cuts out, I'll start back up again. Stay with it. I think we'll be okay, though.
Don Rudolph, thank you for seeing me on Christmas Eve.
It's my pleasure. Have a seat. And what can I do for you, my most valued friend?
I want to start my own line of toys. But the head elf, He stands in my way. I don't know what to do, Don Rudolph.
You can start acting like an elf. What's the matter with you? Crying like a gnome. Don't worry. I'll take care of the head elf for you.
What will you do?
I'll make him an offer he can't refuse. You come, Brazzi.
Yes, Doc.
I have a job for you.
That's so fucking good. Oh, come on.
Keep the chain. Son of a bumble. What's the holdup? Hey.
Somebody left this on the doorstep, Rudolph.
Open it. What the hell is this?
North Pole message. It means Yukon Brazzi sleeps with the penguins.
Sleeps with the penguins. I wanted to show you, I got this right here. This is a Nerd's candy cane that Kylie the Krankenschwester sent me. This is part 2 of the stupidest fucking Christmas special ever. Burning MAGA hats over here in the fire. I've got Ether Tech Industries fancy ogre wee in my hot chocolate. Hunter wanted to see model trains, so I'm going back over to model trains. Soccer Pizza is an excellent name. Welcome. We got shut down because apparently the YouTube Nazi algorithms recognized Mad TV's audio of their parody of Rudolph. I think it might have been actually the Godfather's theme that freaked it out. I don't know. But it sucks because we didn't finish part 2 and we didn't even get to part 3, which is Apocalypse Now. But I'm not going to try because I don't want to lose the stream again. I'm glad you're all here. I do have some cool stuff picked out for this hour, which we got most of the way through. It's almost 6 o'clock. We're going to go till about 7. So from the 6 to 7 Pacific time hour, we are going to be attempting to watch the Pee Wee Herman Christmas special. It's been posted by a channel that doesn't have any subs, and it seems to be free from copyright problems, so hopefully it'll be cool and we'll be able to watch the whole thing. But I thought we were going to be okay with those Mad TV videos. But anyway, we're looking at model trains. Soccer Pizza, I may forget, our 2016 midterm live stream, and got too drunk and wanted to call in. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you check in now and again, Soccer Pizza. I vaguely remember that. But let's see. The video I have queued up that I know won't get us dinged is all about the eggnog riot, fam. And if you've been hanging out in the recent What the Fucks, I play videos by this channel periodically. It's from Time Ghost History. This is Indy Nidell. No, he's not a leftist. He just seems like a pretty, legit historian with a very historian's perspective on things. But this is from about a year ago. I think this was a year ago. But the video is called The Wildest Christmas Party Ever, December 24th, Time Ghost of Christmas Past, Day 1. And it's about the eggnog riots, fam. Welcome back. I'm Reverend Aaron. This is the dumbest fucking Christmas special you're ever going to see in your life. This is Punks for Progress, and we're going to jump over here to this Time Ghost history video about the eggnog riots, fam. Whatever the fuck that is, right? So, with no further whatever, we'll let Indy Nidell take us through the history of the eggnog riots.
December 24th. You ever been to a Christmas party that gets out of hand because of a little too much booze? Well, in 1826, there was the mother of all Christmas parties gone wrong. See you at Christmas. This is day 1 of the Time Ghost of Christmas Past. I'm Indy Nidell. Okay. It's Christmas Eve, 1826, at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, New York, and several young cadets plan a little Christmas party. Now, consuming alcohol is prohibited at the academy, so they are to make do with non-alcoholic eggnog. Okay, but eggnog, made with milk, eggs, and cream, a winter tradition, needs brandy, bourbon, or some other whiskey to be the real deal, and more in line with what barely 20-year-old cadets consider fun, right? It's only a little bit of booze anyhow, and it's a few military men in their prime, so what could go wrong? Well, we know almost exactly what went wrong from the ensuing court cases, in which 167 people testified. So, 3 cadets, one of them named Samuel Roberts, take a boat to town December 22nd. The young men bring back a total of 2 gallons of whiskey and a gallon of rum. That's roughly 11 liters of hard liquor. Other preparations like smuggling small portions of food from the mess hall to their quarters proceed apace. On December 24th, word spreads of a party in the North Barracks, and around 10 p.m., a few dozen cadets gather to enjoy the snacks and the copious amounts of spiked eggnog. At 2 a.m., a commotion is heard from room number 5, and the cadet on duty goes to inquire. 8 singing cadets are told to pipe down, but they are allowed to continue their singing. Then at 3 a.m., Captain Ethan Allen Hitchcock, a lecturer on military tactics, hears noise from room 28 and goes there to find 6 absolutely wasted cadets. Furiously, he orders them back to their quarters. But the cadets are not quite so respectful of authority by this point. As soon as Hitchcock leaves the room, Cadet William Murdoch convinces the others to play a prank on him. They sneak over to his quarters, they knock on his door, and they run away and hide before the answers. Then they repeat this. Then they repeat this again, but the third time, Hitchcock has had it and goes again through the North Barracks, joined now by Lieutenant William Thornton. They are soon confronted by dozens of drunk, rowdy cadets. When Thornton orders several of them to be arrested, Cadet Roberts punches him in the face, knocking him out. With alcoholic courage, the cadets are now in a riotous mood. Furniture, windows, and doors are broken. An inquiry lists $4,000 worth of damage. Cadets that were not part of the party now try to organize a force to restore order. But the drunk cadets think that it's regular soldiers, so they barricade the barracks. At this point, Hitchcock is assaulted and even fired upon. At 6:05 a.m., Christmas morning, when reveille sounds, a third of the cadets are still rioting, and regular soldiers from the 2nd Artillery now have been called to restore order at gunpoint. In the chaos, some of the drunk cadets simply show up to roll call, barely able to stand. Others are arrested, and some just continue partying out of sight. In any case, the eggnog riots are over. The investigation that follows finds that 70 cadets participated. 19 of them and 1 soldier are tried by courts-martial. Many of those are expelled, but some were later granted clemency. Among them are future Confederate President Jefferson Davis, Confederate General Benjamin G. Humphreys, and U.S. Supreme Court Justice John Archibald Campbell. The guy who arguably started it all, Sam Roberts, is expelled and banned for life from serving in the U.S. Army. but will become Secretary of State for the Republic of Texas in 1841. What a party, huh? So what does your most derailed Christmas party look like? Let us know in the comments. And if you're new to us or you want to revisit the past, check out our World War II channel where we cover that conflict in real time week by week, or the rest of our fabulous historical content here on Time Ghost. And with that, I wish you happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, or whatever makes you feel that this is the season to be merry. Love to you all, and see you tomorrow for another installment of the Time Ghost of Christmas Past.
How was that, fam? An eggnog riot. Bet you didn't know there was one of those. Oh, I'm so stoked y'all came back and caught up with us on part 2 over here. Gosh, I can't seem to get that, it to stop doing the frame freeze up thing, and it just is what it is, because it's a janky ass fucking punk rock Christmas special. I'm burning MAGA hats. What the fuck more you want? Come on. Anyway, how are y'all, fam? And you know, Soccer Pizza, I do remember you asking to play RJD2. And that was years ago, and I remember that. So welcome back. And Shan, welcome back. Critical Thought Critique is back. Yeah. How are y'all? I'm doing pretty good. I must be. I'm almost out of my EtherTech Industries fancy ogre P. Yeah. Yeah. It says we, but that's EtherTech for P that comes out of an ogre. Anyway, I just wanted to pop back in and say hey, and you know, when you're hanging out with your family this Christmas and you want them to know, or not hanging out with them when you're Zooming with them this Christmas, just put this up. Just screen share this Pugs for Progress shit. And just be like, hey family, I love you, but here. This is a Marxist Krampus, Pee-wee. They'll appreciate it, I promise. They will. But, you know what I got queued up over here on the other screen? Is the third story of 3 Krampus horror stories to blacken your Christmas. Krampus sightings and other stories from Horrorcraft. So, with no further whatever and whatever, fam, raise your ogre piss and hot chocolate to this weird ass fucking scary Krampus shit over here.
Just be the devil coming to get even. We have a saying here in the Austrian mountains. Wann's wirklich hin is, krampt's nimmer ham, tuat's doch, holt der Teufel sein Schulden. Which roughly translated means, if something is dead, it will never come home again. If it does, it might just be the devil coming to get even. My grandpa always closed his World War II stories with this little poem. As a child, I didn't think of it much, as I was more into the whole war aspect of his tales. He was a tank commander in the German army before the Nazis took over. I was always afraid that my grandpa was a Nazi, but he assured me that as soon as he had the chance, he ran off and left the Wehrmacht. When the war started, he got assigned to a little post in the mountain region of Slovenia, on the Austrian border side. His tank and 3 others should watch and protect the outpost against Slovenian freedom fighters. Grandpa tried to befriend the resistance, however, so they could get him out of the Nazi army. Months went by. The deepest and coldest winter came up, and Grandpa soon learned about the Austrian mythology of Krampus. I'm almost certain some of you have heard of that. mostly because of the movie or the interview with the Austrian actor Christoph Waltz. So I'm not going to get all too deep into this lore. Just imagine a bunch of German soldiers somewhere far from home, on some dark and lost mountain, unable to go back home and unable to push forward, as they have the enemy on both sides, freezing through the coldest of nights just to witness a Krampus walk. Around 50 to 60 villagers, all dressed as the devil himself, walking through the deep woods with a bunch of torches. No talking, no yelling, just the noise of hundreds of chains which they wore around their necks. Grandpa always changed when he talked about the Krampus walk and how his men felt at this moment. Heavily armed soldiers sitting on some of the most massive tanks at the time, and they were all scared to their bones. One night, around that time, the Krampuslauf came to a halt. They surrounded the soldiers' camp while almost everyone was asleep, except for my grandpa. He took the chance, stepped in front of them, threw away his weapon, and tried to talk to them. To be honest, I was too young to remember what happened, and how they finally ended up helping him get down from this godforsaken mountain and out of the Nazi army. But it was a few months later that he met my grandma, so surviving all of this brought him closer to heaven and redemption. All of this is also not the point of why I'm writing this subreddit. The point is, I'm not sure if he found heaven or redemption, because I'm afraid my grandpa did a pact with the devil. 2 weeks ago, he passed away, so I got to pick up some of his stuff and clean up the house. Grandpa lived a quiet life after my grandma died years before him, so all that was left was his bed, his books, and of course his rocking chair, in which he used to sit and tell me his war stories. I thought about keeping the rocking chair, and had dreamed about telling my grandkids my own stories one day in it. But after what I had witnessed just about 10 minutes ago, I am honestly willing to set it and the house on fire. If something is dead, it will never come home again. If it does, it might just be the devil coming to get even. These words, spoken by the rusty voice of my grandpa, flew through my head as I opened the living room door and saw the rocking chair slowly rocking back and forth. Moaning and screeching with every little move, the voice in my head got louder and louder, almost screaming at me. It might just be the devil. Had my grandpa done a deal with the devil to get off the mountain? Was all of this true? Has any one of you guys heard about something like this before? What am I supposed to do? As I am writing this, the chair kept rocking, and the voice in my head won't stop. I need help, please.
Oh, wait, come on now. Turn that back on, because I think he has a little outro, right?
And on that note, friends, before you need help like the person in our final story, I think it is time we end tonight these tales of Krampus and terrifying Christmas. I hope you are looking forward to my next video, friends, and I hope you do consider, if you enjoyed these stories and if you have the means, to support me on Patreon. I am trying devilishly as I can to give ad-free videos, or at least videos with the ads reduced, so that the videos and stories aren't interrupted with them. A note quickly about that. YouTube gives me the feature to set the ads where I will in the video. Of course, naturally, I want to be conscientious, and I set the ads to play in between stories. That is to say, when one story ends and one story begins. Unfortunately, despite this, YouTube often lets the ads play 10 or 20 seconds before the video, and you can imagine that it is devilishly hard to predict the ad placement 10 to 20 seconds later in the video so that it plays at just the right time. Either way, it is very frustrating, friends. Not just for you.
Okay. Yeah, so that is 3 Krampus horror stories to blacken your Christmas. Krampus sightings and other stories from Horrorcraft is the channel. Soccer Pizza, to answer your question. So I've got a few cool things queued up to get us into this third hour of the Xmas what the fuck. It's a Marxist Krampus, Pee-wee. I decided to put on ridiculous shit to look like a dipshit so I could say, hello, governor, and then, like, you know, offer to clean your fucking chimney and whatever. And, there is, before we get to the sort of, the headline, the premier fucking attraction of the evening, which is the Pee-wee's Christmas special. There is a video that SoCal Shannon shared earlier that a comrade in the chat was asking about. Yes, it's in the queue, comrade. I do have 3 more songs to play off of the Happy Birthday Baby Jesus, the Second Coming from Sympathy for the Record Industry. And one of my favorite songs ever, like literally ever, is on this record, and it's by the Go Nuts, and it's called Snackin' Santa, and it's one of the coolest fucking jams that has ever been twiddled. But before we get to the surprise video that SoCal Shannon shared, and before we get to Pee-wee's Playhouse, I do have another thing queued up that is just such a fucking fantastic jam. And it kind of has to be played just about every Christmas. And it's by the Pogues. And it's called Fairy Tale of New York.
It was Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank. An old man said to me, won't see another one. And then he sang to me the red old Mountain Dew. I turned my face away and dreamed about you.
Got on a lucky one, came in 18 to 1. I got a feeling this year's for me and you. So happy Christmas, I love you, baby. I can see a better time when all our dreams come true.
They've got cars big as bars, they've got rivers of gold, and the wind goes right through you, it's no place for the old. When you first took my hand on a cold Christmas Eve, you promised me Broadway was waiting for me. You were handsome,
you were pretty, the queen of New York City.
When the band finished playing, they howled out for more.
Sinatra was swinging, the drunks were all singing.
We kissed on a corner and danced through the night.
The boys of the NYPD choir were singing Galway Bay,
and the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day.
I could have been someone.
Well, so could anyone.
You took my dreams from me
when I first found you.
I kept them with me, babe. I put them with my own.
Can't make it all alone. I built my dreams around you.
And the boys of the NYPD choir
and the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. And the bells were ringing out for Christmas
Oh dear.
And it didn't end the stream. I had to kind of tweak with the audio. Maybe you got to hear enough of it to make it, worth it, But yeah, here we are. We're hanging out. I'm burning MAGA over here. I'm drinking literal piss from an ogre that I got at 7-Eleven. It's Christmas ogre piss. Motherfuckers. We've been looking at Krampus shit tonight. Been listening to some Sympathy for the Record Industry. Happy birthday, baby Jesus. On white vinyl, even, fam. I am actually having a very fun time for someone who despises all the implied things of this holiday. Some of my favorite experiences for Christmas, other than when my babies were little, that was pretty awesome, but was working at Strega Bar. Every bar closes on Christmas Eve and Christmas night. We stayed closed during the day and through most of the evening, but it's Nevada and you can stay open all night, right? But we would open about 10 o'clock on Christmas Eve and Christmas night. Because we figured, there's a lot of people who did go hang out with their family on Christmas Eve. And it was not fun for them. They did not enjoy that experience and needed to get a responsible drink or two on. And we would be the home for that. And one year, it was all done. We had a bunch of different people from the Reno community, artists, and that did a full-on steampunk themed thing through the whole bar. Fuck, it was so cool. Anyway, I'm indulging things that none of you have any reference for. But welcome. I do have 3 more songs picked out, or well, 3 more songs left to play, I should say, from this album. And then I have a video that SoCal Shannon feels is an important contribution to any fuck Christmas tradition, and I think she's probably right. And she didn't really say that. I kind of put those words into her mouth to sound Christmas streamer-y. And but I do have that video from her, and then hopefully we'll get through the entire Pee Wee's Christmas special. But I'm going to go ahead and cue something up over here. Oh, it's already going. Excellent. So that we can listen to the last 3 songs from Happy Birthday, Baby Jesus. And then we've got what I'm calling right now your surprise Christmas video. And then we'll get to Pee Wee's Christmas special. But this is Fireworks with Last on Santa's List.
Now
Adam, welcome. Adam, who is made up entirely of drug. That was Fireworks with Last on Satan's List. And you know what? You have to hear this song from the start because it's like I said, fam, it's one of my favorite songs there ever was. It's by the Go Nuts. And I have some of their other music, and literally all their songs are about snacks. And they're called the Go Nuts, and this song is called Snackin' Santa.
Chop, chop! Chop, chop! Just about this time of year, Santa readies his old reindeer. He visits the home of girls and boys, delivering dolls and bikes and toys. On Christmas, he doesn't bring his elven rookies, cause he wants to eat all the Christmas cookies. Chop, chop!
Chop, chop!
Down the chimney, Saint Nick slides. Into the kitchen, Santa glides. All the cupboards are open wide. From Santa's eyes, the snacks can't hide. He eats and he eats till his cheeks turn purple. He's the snack marauder from the Arctic Circle. Snackin' Santa, I've been a good boy. Please bring me a Go Nuts toy. If you bring me a corn dog doll, I'll leave some snacks and you can eat them all. Chop, chop! Chop, chop! It's Christmas morning and Santa has come. He ate all my snacks and now there are none. Not a crumb is left in sight. But Santa left me some toys last night. I got the best toys, and I'm not bragging. For under the tree is a toy nut wagon. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. Chop, chop.
The Go Nuts, fam. The Go Nuts. Next up, Satan's Cheerleaders with Christmas Time Is Here Again. Motherfucker. I gotta make me one more hot chocolate ogre piss. fam. That was Satan's Cheerleaders with Christmas Time is Here Again. And now, it's going to get us to the 2 bits of our premiere features, whatever. I'm going to put one of them up over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Pee-wee up onto the TV and shoot the camera at it. Hopefully that'll double up our chances of not getting the stream shut down. So that's what I'm getting queued up over here. And then I have the video that Sham, the surprise whatever Christmas tradition video that's over on the other side. I just did up my last bit of hot chocolate to the, an ogre to piss in. Okay. I just wanted to get everything all queued up so we could really just sort of nestle in by the MAGA fire over here and really enjoy the next hour, not me? Okay, so that's queued. We listened to the whole Happy Birthday Baby Jesus, the Second Coming. We listened to Phenobarbital's Manor Astroman, Elvez, The Mono Man, Dead Moon, Les Chicken, Super Suckers, The Bomboras, The Muffs, Fireworks, Go Nuts, and Satan's Cheerleaders. So much thanks to Sympathy for the Record Industry and that really cool fucking 10-inch record that's on white vinyl, by the way. I should show it to you once more. For those of you that weren't watching during part 1, this is the record that we had been listening to throughout. We're going to be here for about another hour, fam, with everything we got queued up. And I also have this that I want to play before we get out of here. It's a Bouncing Souls Weston split 7-inch. And on side 1, Weston does Video Killed the Radio Star, and the Bouncing Souls do Kids in America. But the thing that's cool about it is side B, the Bouncing Souls and Weston do They Know It's Christmas together. That's the track I want to play before we get out of here tonight. But with no further whatever and whatever, it's ogre piss. It's ogre piss in my hot chocolate. Let's get over here where we got this thing queued up. Yeah, that's what's queued up, fam. Here we go.
I'd like to set fire to this dump.
Just because we're pretty, everybody's jealous. It's like a prison here. Even at Christmas, it's like a prison.
Don't even mention Christmas, Chicklet. My parents are going to be real sorry if I don't get them cha-cha heels. I asked and I better get.
I never get enough Christmas presents. Everybody's so damn cheap. I should be getting a lot. And I'm going to take it all back and get the money for it. You could do that now. We'll probably get caught for hooking this period, but who cares? Who cares if we fail? It'd be fun to be expelled.
I hope I get arrested. I hate this school and all these ignorant teachers who don't know one thing. I'm the one who should be teaching. I hate my parents, too.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Dawn, come see what Santa brought you.
Oh, Christ, I'm coming.
Please, Howard, try to get through this without a fight. I can't stand another one, not on Christmas.
I'd better get them cha-cha heels.
How very sweet of you, dear.
Merry Christmas, honey bunch. Hey, wonder what this could be. A fishing rod? Oh.
Won't you join us in a carol before we open our gifts?
Oh, Mother.
Ah, come on. Don't it adds to the spirit?
Silent night,
holy night. cha-cha heels.
Give me those pants. Now leave her wear those ugly shoes. I told you the kind I wanted. You ruined my present.
That's right. Come on. Get it,
you
man.
witch! You devil! Come here, you pay for this! You devil! Go on, Davenport, look at your mother under her feet!
Oh, Lord!
Devil, you
Get off me! I hate you! Fuck you! Fuck you both, you awful people! You're not my parents! I hate you! I hate this house! I hate Christmas!
Not on Christmas. Oh my God. I have no idea what that is from, fam. Thank you so much, Shan, because literally, yeah. I have no idea what the fuck that was from. It was divine. It's got to be a Roger Waters film, right? Can you put in the chat what the actual film, the original film was there, fam? Or Shan, please. Okay. But what I have queued up for the last bit, the I don't know what you call it, the premiere engagement. Who gives a shit, man? It's fucking Pee Wee Herman, yo. And let's see, the channel where I found it from is Dwayne_Mitchell. Pee Wee Playhouse Christmas Special. And with no further whatever, let's just do this shit, shall we? I may have to turn that down a little bit. Damn, it caught that Pee Wee quick, didn't it? That sucked. I really thought we'd get through that, but because I saw that it's all over YouTube. A bunch of people have uploaded it. So I don't know why it caught caught the algorithm on our stream and why other people are able to actually upload it. Same with this. This is part 3 you're looking at here of that Mad TV Rudolph thing. Same with that. I noticed that a number of people had uploaded all 3 different parts of that Mad TV thing. So I thought it would be no problem playing on the stream. And those are both things got us shut down. But is what it is. I'm still wearing a stupid fucking hat. I have some other records that are relevant to Christmas and bands that don't suck. Most of what's on this record, fam, here, I'll show it to you. A very special Christmas. Most of what's on this is dog shit music. But it's got Run DMC doing Christmas in Hollis. Alison Moyet doing the Coventry Carol. That's got a Eurythmics on it. But that's all about all. Maybe the Pointer Sisters would be worth playing. But it's also got like Whitney Houston, Bruce Springsteen. Oh, it's got Pretenders. John Cougar, Dorkenkamps, Sting, U2, Madonna, Bon Jovi's, and Stevie Nicks. But I'll play a few tracks off of that while we hang out, fam. Looks like people are starting to congregate back in for part 3 over here. We didn't get to watch Pee-wee. Motherfucking Paul Rubens, dude. It's not like back in the day when he used to hang out, dude. Nuh-uh. Now he shuts down streams. Pee-wee's big fucking stream shut down. Here, check this out. This is Run DMC doing, Christmas in Hollis. What's it got up next? I don't know if I want to hear what's up next. Oh, God, it's you two. Christmas, baby, please come home. No. Let's go here. And maybe that'll... I hate stuff. I hate stuff and things. You know what that makes me think, too? It really kind of bums me out because there's some other stuff that I have that I thought might be a thing we could go through, which is this. But I'm thinking, yeah, we probably won't be able to do that ever on stream either. But isn't that cool? But, you know, how are y'all, fam? It's still giving me a heads up audio fucking thing detected, but I'm just gonna barrel on anyway. I still got a little bit of hot cocoa with ogre piss in it. I just put this frickin' Baby Jesus record back on. It's gonna fucking kill me with this bullshit going down. It's just giving me this warning over here. It's freaking me out, fam. And I just don't want to be cut off. I'd like to be able to be like, hey, that was great. I don't know, maybe go out on some Mr. Rogers or some bullshit. You know what I mean? Nick has the CD box set. Oh, okay. I'm a little reefer madness. I'm down to the bare bones of my reefer madness. Oh, look, it says excellent condition now. If you guys got something worth looking at that you can put in the Slack, there's a lot of good little clips in here, but I don't know if, well, I guess if they're short. Let's see. I'm looking at some stuff. I'm queuing things up, fam. Let's put this into there. This is Nana Astro Man. No, you know what we can play? It's not Christmas at all, but it's fucking dope as fuck. It's in here, hold on. I looked at it earlier. And, well, what it is, fam, whoops, where'd it go? There it is. It's some proper Lenny and the Squig Tones. It's literally Lenny and the Squig Tones playing live. And they've got Nigel Tufnell from Spinal Tap playing guitar with them in it. I am shitting you not. It has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with Christmas. But it fucking rules. So here it is, fam. This is Lenny and the Squig Tones on American Bandstand in 1979.
Oh, is he peachy keen, neato cool? You know, I have a line that I use in those days. Guys who wore their hair like that back in the 50s and 60s had so much grease in their hair they didn't need a comb, they needed a dipstick, you know. People used to look like that, but in those days, I look just like you said. I hadn't changed. Where did you find this magazine? Is this a new magazine?
It just came out. It's
with old pictures in it.
Old pictures called the Fab 50s.
Now, let me hold it, hon. All right,
Okay.
it's yours, but I will hold it so Jan will be able. I will give it back. Ta-da! Ladies and gentlemen, as I promised you, the stars of Laverne and Shirley. Forget Cindy Williams. Forget Penny Marshall. Lenny and the Squeaktones.
I got the chassis off a Woody and a pair of 60 X50s. They blow handy like the fattest of the street machines. And the rear mirror was imported from the Philippines. How's that? King of the con-con-cons. King of the con-con-cons. King of the con-con-cons.
Got the customer oil hands from a bucket tea. Chrome blowers and pumpkins and a 383. Twin mufflers and exhaust pipes. Have a whiff on me.
How's that?
King of the con-con-cons. King of the con-con-cons. King of the con-con-cons.
Turbochargers if I really want to
And you lit it for love. Someday I'll put them all together and we're really gonna have a car.
For when you want
Oh,
a
that's
little bit
not
of
all
this
though, fam.
and
Hold
a
on,
little bit
hold
of
on.
that.
That's not all.
See,
He literally interviews the band, and they do another track.
Gentlemen, Squeaky, it's indeed an honor to have you here.
It's indeed an honor to be had here. Thank you very much.
Very nice to see you. Do you think I'm going to be in trouble because I said forget your co-stars? I mean, we all know it's really your show.
Nobody's gonna forget them. Listen, we should make it clear. We are Lenny and Squiggy. We are real. But
We are real.
Laverne and Shirley are not real people. They're nice people, but they're actress people. They're Penny Marshalls and Cindy Williams. And, you know,
But
we
you're
are...
real.
Oh, yeah.
Are these people real behind
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Would you introduce me to this gentleman here?
All right. State your name and tell us what you do.
Oh, my name is Nigel Tufnell. I come from Swindon, England. I play
Nigel
guitar.
Tufnell.
So, all right. The gentleman on bass?
What's your... Come on, tell him your name.
Dominic Ballou, and I come from the west side of Chicago. Play the bass.
All right, and you're going to have to shout at me from the piano.
Can I hold it?
Yeah.
Hello, Lars Finke from the Ull River in Sweden. Swedish.
International band.
It's a UN. Yeah.
And the man on drum, what is it?
He don't like to talk much. He just
What's he studying?
I don't know. He says it's something to fall back on. Yeah.
Color TV servicing? Now, wait a minute. I'm confused. Are you men actors or truck drivers? And now you're
We was
musicians.
truck drivers, but we was discovered by our managers, Mr. David Leander and Mr. Michael McKean, and they found us in Milwaukee playing in a club called Peepers outside of Pewaukee. And yeah, it's a true place. You can get outside of Pewaukee if you want.
Are you going on a world tour with this sort of thing?
No, we went on a sort of a Midwestern tour.
What's the most exciting, romantic, exotic location that Lenny and the Squeaktones have played?
Probably P4P.
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 Yeah.
That was the biggie.
There's a bar on every corner, and a corner near
Like
every
that place.
bar. Yeah, corner bar.
There's only 4 corners, though.
How do you characterize this music? What is it? That sound a little bit like Jan and Dean and the Beach
Oh,
Boys.
yeah. Well, sure. I mean, look, we all listened to that when we were coming up, you know, and it's rock and roll, that's all. you
Yeah,
know.
we was influenced by 2 main forces.
And those two were?
Well, with me, it was Joey D.
Yeah, and with me it was the Starlighters.
Oh, biggies, I know them well. Now, tell me about the next number. Should I know anything about the preparation
no,
of
you
it?
shouldn't know anything about it.
No.
Should I know the title?
Well, it's something that's probably been in everybody's mind for a long time. It's called Love is a Terrible Thing.
Oh, Lenny and the Squeak Tone.
Feelings are hard to explain. They can soar like a crashing plane.
They can make you act insane if they want to.
Babe, emotions, they mess you up. Overflow you like an empty
God
cup.
damn it, it's detecting audio again.
If you're smart, you just give up and go home.
They actually must have copyrighted this fucking amazingly awful song.
Love is a terrible thing. Love's like a arm in a sling.
Even if you do it well,
Better you should burn in hell, 'cause
It should burn in hell.
it's a terrible thing.
Okay, we're good. We have excellent condition again,
I
fam.
knew a man so lonely, he could hardly write his name.
When it came to broken hearts, he was in the Hall of Fame. Doctors have tried their best. Some nurses have even undressed.
They can't stamp out this pest called love.
Don't you know? So the next time you hear that old line, I love you, darling, and won't you be mine?
Knock her out with a bottle of wine and they drink it alone.
'Cause love is a terrible thing. Love's like a phone with no ring.
If it's busy, you can save your dime.
If she answers, it's a waste of time. 'Cause love is a terrible thing for me and you.
What I have over here, fam, it's a Bad Brains Christmas, Charlie Brown.
Okay, Mr. Director, the cast is set. Take over. All right, let's have a quiet. Places, everybody. Schroeder, set the mood for the first scene.
It's a Bad Brains Christmas, Charlie Brown. But also, I got something else queued up. It's called Dr. Mad Vibes Christmas Special, starring Angelo Moore from Fishbone. Never seen it before. It's on a channel. Let's see, what's the... where'd it go? Frank Meyer is the name of the channel. It's only got like 200 views on it. But I also have a Fishbone video queued up after this. So let's check this out, fam.
Hi, boys and girls. This is the Dr. Mad Vibe G4 Christmas special, baby. Today we're going to talk about Santa Claus, Slick Nick, and how he ain't no damn angel.
Please, Dr. Mad Vibes, just one more song. Please. Please.
Okay, you're twisting my arm, you dang crackers. Don't hang me!
You dang crackers.
I'll play one more for you. Slick Nick stole the reindeer from the zoo. Fell down my chimney with a keg of brew.
This is so fucking dope.
Put my dog out in the cold. Ripped off the candy from my socks. Smoking cloves and drinking scotch. Slick Nick, you devil, you.
I just literally keyword searched Fishbone Xmas and found this.
Slick Nick, you devil, you. Devil, you. Devil, you. Devil, you. Dressed in red and overweight to boot. Stole my TV and the stereo. And the toys are broken too. Slick Nick, you devil, you. Devil, you. Devil, you. Devil, you. Slick Nick, you devil, you. Devil, you. Devil, you. Devil, you. I saw Slick Nick fall over the Christmas tree. He was a whole different man from what mom and dad told me. Slinging Jack Daniels all over the drapes. Spray painting a bad finger over the fireplace. Tattoos on his arms and knees. I never thought Santa Claus could be such a sleaze, but Slick Nick, you devil. Devil you, devil you, devil you, devil you, you devil. Devil you, devil you, devil you, devil you. Cursing and coughing and playing punk rock. And every once in a while he'd scratch his jock. Hey, Saint Nick, where are my toys? You've been drinking downtown with the boys. You put bad dog in my sock. I wanted candy. I wanted candy. I wanted candy. Oh, I thought you were my buddy and chum. But you're just a downtown bum. Instead of putting presents in front of my eyes, you just told me
bunch of lies. Slick Nick, you devil, you. Devil, you, devil, you, devil, you, devil, you,
You devil.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Devil, you,
Devil, you devil.
devil, you,
Devil, you devil.
honky.
Fucking amazing. Fuck yeah, Angela.